Greetings. Our guest speaker, Professor Judy Han from the University of California, San Francisco, distinguished guests, esteemed scholars, researchers and innovators, members of the academic community, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Celestino Obua, and the university management, I extend a warm welcome to each of you to this 18th Annual Research Dissemination Conference. This gathering, which by the way is the second largest crowd puller at MUST, second to the graduations which attract close to 7,000 people, is an investment, is a testament to MUST's unwavering commitment to fostering a culture of research and innovation, a culture that aims at transforming our community and nation for sustainable development. MUST recognizes the immense value of research and innovation, not only as a pillar of academic excellence, but also as a catalyst of societal advancement. The environment today at MUST is conducive for research. In fact, today at MUST, if you are an academic who is not engaging in research or grant writing, you are an outlier. This environment is made possible by the generous contribution of the government of Uganda to research. Our guest speaker and distinguished guests and scholars, I would like to inform you that the government of Uganda is in support of research and innovation. And for the last 2 financial years, MUST, like any public university, has been given research funds. The government released 1 billion for research and innovation to MUST, 70% of which the university gave to the Directorate of Research and Graduate Training for research, and 30% to the Center of Innovation and Technology Transfer. A big hand of applause to the government. We are aware, though, that our big brother Makerere University is getting 30 times what we are getting. So like the proverbial Oliver Twist, we put our plates forward. May we have some more, please? Oliver Twist, for those who have read Charles Dickens, got a beating for asking for more soup. But for us, as the second premier public university in Uganda, the first public university of science and technology, we believe that the government will increase our research funds to probably 3 billion. However, as we wait for more funding from government, we are not seated. You know the saying, necessity is a mother of invention. A number of researchers at MUST have taken to grant writing. It is becoming a common occurrence at MUST for a multidisciplinary team to get together, burn the midnight candle, and compete for international grants. Allow me not to name drop because there are many awardees seated in this room today. Because to name is to omit. I do not want to be accused of naming some and leaving out others. However, management congratulates our colleagues who have won prestigious grants. This conference serves as a platform for our researchers to showcase their latest findings, share their perspectives, and engage in stimulating discussions that foster collaboration and cross-disciplinary exchange. It is through these interactions that new ideas emerge and innovative solutions are devised. This conference is preceded by 2 intense workshops. The Supervisors and Mentors Workshop, which was held on Wednesday, the first of its kind in MUST, and the PhD Symposium, which was held yesterday. All these are aimed at creating a robust and innovative environment, research and innovation environment. I attended the Supervisors and Mentors Workshop, A number of speakers emphasized the need for mentorship in supervision. However, two issues struck out for me. One was presented by the distinguished Associate Professor Gertrude Chiwanuka, who, according to her, has served MUST since 1994. Is she around here? And she was presenting about ethical conduct in research. Professor Gertrude emphasized the need for publication. She reminded us about the mantra, publish or perish, but added, publish with caution, tread carefully. She informed us that the push and pressure to publish worldwide has given rise to some unethical behaviors. And she mentioned fabrication, falsification, and plagiarism, FFP. She urged scholars, academics, researchers to exercise caution as they publish, and she cited a number of articles which had been retracted after discovery of falsified or fabricated results. I actually remember a quotation that she gave. She said, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation, but 5 minutes to ruin it." That's for us, scholars and researchers, in the push to publish. We must ensure that we don't fabricate, falsify, and plagiarize. Another speaker, there were quite a number of speakers, but this struck out for me. Another speaker talked about e-supervision. That is Dr. Adons Rukundo. He spoke about the need for and benefits for e-supervision. One of the things that caught my attention were some of the tools that he mentioned that help supervisors and researchers, the usual anti-plagiarism tools. However, he informed us that some researchers or students are sharp. He told a story of a student who submitted his work. Then the supervisor put the work through an anti-plagiarism checker. The supervisor then found a high similarity index. So he asked the student to resubmit his work. The student then used another tool for paraphrasing and resubmitted the work, saying, "Let me see if these people really know what they're doing." Indeed, the supervisor put it through the anti-plagiarism checker and did not find any similarities and accepted the work. Note, the student did not change any ideas. He simply put it through a paraphrasing tool. This also is unethical behavior. However, this went through the system. And so he was calling upon supervisors to up their game. Distinguished guests, we are living in the fourth industrial revolution. The level of technological advancement is growing beyond human understanding. The buzzword today is artificial intelligence. Everybody is talking about the different chatbots, the most common being ChatGPT. However, there are many. I normally use Googlebird. The emergence of these chatbots has raised a scare in the academia amongst researchers and scholars. Some institutions are even threatening to ban it. But can you ban the use of AI today? My take is that it's too late. Instead of fearing it, universities, researchers, and scholars should embrace it and leverage it for the advancement of scholarly work. I attended a meeting where people were bashing AI, and I felt sorry for them. To resist AI is to return to Stone Age. In his article in the Sunday Vision on July 9th, 2023, Dr. Ian Clark wrote, in Europe, the article was, when people are replaced by technology. And I quote, in Europe, they're using technology to simplify procedures, while in Africa, we are doing the opposite. We tend to put more complex procedures requiring more checks and more staff, which increases more costs and leaves an open door to poor services and paying facilitation to get through the system. So for us in the academic world, let us embrace technology to help us in research and innovation. The second day of these activities was the PhD symposium. And I must say that since its inception, PhD students have gained confidence to present their work, and the completion rates of doctoral students at this university have increased. A big hand of applause to our Director of Research and Graduate Training, Professor Vincent Batwala, and his board, the board chairperson, Professor Joel Bazira, who are the conveners of this week's activity. One more thing that we might want to do is to take our findings out of the ivory tower and into the community, or invite the community, and I mean the lay person, into the ivory tower and show them what our research and innovation is contributing to them. When I was defending my thesis on student satisfaction in universities in Uganda, one professor said he would only pass me if I explained my thesis in simple language to his grandmother in the village. So it should be with us here that our groundbreaking research can be explained to the Omuntu wa wansi. That way, I believe, we shall transform our world for sustainable development. On Tuesday, the public relations officer spoke at a certain function, and she mentioned an innovation from Camtech, where some people had developed an app that can detect the amount of chemicals in vegetables that we buy from the market. That, for me, was exciting. I would like to use that app. The amount of chemicals in the tomatoes that I buy from the market, because I find the tomatoes white, all sprayed out. I take them home and wash them in vinegar, warm water, bicarbonate. I don't know whether that is enough to remove the chemicals. So I would like to use this app. And such groundbreaking innovations should be showcased at functions like this. So next year, I hope the Director of Research and Graduate Training, I know he said this has been very hectic, 3 hectic days, but next year put a whole week. Let's have a whole week of research. Let us have those groundbreaking innovations put there so we can see and touch. And let us bring the Omuntu wa wansi in here to sit with us and talk with us, and we tell them what we have done. Distinguished guests, as I conclude, the Vice-Chancellor asked me to extend his heartfelt gratitude to the organizers of this 3-day event. Their tireless efforts and dedication have made it a reality. One of my favorite sayings is, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. The dear Rajiti does not deserve to tell us he's competent. We can see it from the fruits of these 3 days. I would like, therefore, to request that his team, of course, starting with the chairman of the board, Professor Joel Bazira, to stand for recognition, the director to stand for recognition, and the team. There are those who are working in the kitchen, those who have been behind this. Would you please stand for recognition? Great. There are other ladies at the back. You are part of this team, you know, that Professor Gaba was talking about. There are many people that come together to make this happen. So I would like to thank you very much for the work that you have put in. And I would like to thank, we don't work alone, we don't work in silos. There are many people that have contributed to this. I know that the workshop on Wednesday was sponsored by MGH Collaborative. So I would like to thank you very much for working together with Mbara University of Science and Technology, and all of us who have come here. Thank you very much for coming. Those who are going to present, the Vice Chancellor says, thank you very much for the work that you have put in. Thank you for listening to me, ladies and gentlemen. Succeed we must for God and my country.